I shine 24 hours, so depends how you want me to shine.
In fact, Zlatan shines so bright that the son's mom tells him not to stare at Zlatan.
I said once before, I feel like Benjamin Button. I was born old and I will die young.
And once, when he was a young lad, he went out to play football in his neighborhood. When he came home, his father was furious. He tried to scold young Zlatan. Now, his parents asked Zlatan for permission to leave the house. Victoria's Secret had some of the most prestigious models in the world. Alessandra Ambrosio, Adriana Lima, Heidi Klum. It's one of the most popular brands in the world, but still, nobody's ever found their secret. Guess what? Zlatan knows Victoria's Secret. He even knows David Beckham's Victoria's Secret, and he's not telling. A coach once tried to sub Zlatan off the pitch, so Zlatan subbed him off the planet. His name was Neil Armstrong, and he was the first man on the moon. One day, Zlatan decided he wouldn't go to school because he wanted to play football. He got into an argument with his teacher. She's had detention ever since. And we played football on those days ever since. That's how Zlatan invented weekends. When Zlatan was a kid, he scored an incredible overhead kick. A week later, a two-wheeled transportation vehicle was invented to get people in Sweden around. They named it after Zlatan's shot. It was called a bicycle. Trent Alexander-Arnold can throw a ball over 50 yards. Sergio Ramos can throw a football over 75 yards. Roberto Carlos can throw a football over 100 yards. Zlatan Ibrahimovic can throw Roberto Carlos even further. Rooney got a haircut and it never grew back. Ronaldo got a haircut and his hair was placed in a museum. Zlatan got a haircut and now it plays for Manchester United. He named it Jesse Lingard. Many players have fought with Zlatan throughout his career. They are all brave men because they faced one of the angriest players the earth has ever known. Legend says Zlatan gave them the middle finger. You may be thinking, oh, that's not really badass. But actually, when Ibrahimovic gives you the finger, he's telling you how many seconds you have left to live. That's why it's only a legend. Nobody it has happened to has lived to tell the tale. Zlatan has always loved lions. When he was a boy, Zlatan went to visit a place where they keep wild animals. He saw the pandas and horses, but what he really loved were the lions. It was then that Zlatan decided to name the animal enclosure space Zlatan, or zoos for short. When Zlatan went back to visit the zoo, he decided he didn't like some horses. So he uppercut them and named them giraffes after his friend Peter Crouch. Zlatan once went to China because he heard the footballer Hulk had the strongest shot in the world. Hulk now has the second strongest shot in the world. And speaking of Hulk, you know that when Bruce Banner gets mad, he turns into the Hulk, right? When the Hulk gets mad, he turns into Zlatan Ibrahimovic. When Zlatan gets mad, run! And while we're on the subject of Hulk, and no, not Hulk Hogan, he's still crying after he faced Zlatan at WrestleMania. I'm sure you know Leo Messi's dog is named Hulk, but Zlatan also has a dog. But did you know that Zlatan's dog is trained to pick up his own poop? Because Zlatan doesn't take shit from anyone. When referees don't know what to do, they go to VAR. When VAR doesn't know what to do, it goes to Zlatan. Zlatan always knows what to do. An assistant referee once called offside against Zlatan. The assistant referee was given a yellow card. Chuck Norris reads Zlatan facts.
Bottom line,
Whatever.
yeah.